The Seattle Seahawks just wrapped up rookie minicamp. We've been looking at all the players from all the teams, looking at the rookie minicamp clips. Today, we're going to be looking at offensive lineman Gray Zabel, who was drafted in the first round by the Seattle Seahawks. We're going to watch him work through some drills and everything else at minicamp. Before we dig in, though, you need to click that subscribe button right now. We're looking at all the rookie minicamps. We're looking at what your rookies are doing behind the scenes. And you want to know what your players are doing. And it's also during minicamp, OTAs, training camp, all throughout the off season. Every year. We've been doing this for about 3 to 4 years now. Click that button. Stop missing out because I will have clips on your players. We're looking at Gray Zabel today. First round pick. We're going to start off with the Seattle Seahawks promotional package that they had on Twitter. Then we're getting into the clips as well. That way you get to see everything. There's Gray Zabel right there. We will loop this and keep talking ball. In there you will have clips from minicamp as well on their promotional package. But there he is. There he is. Plus you'll see more. Boom. Strong guy. Strong guy. Here we go. Out of the stance. Remember, he's 76. And one thing, too. Some beat writers write him up as Greg Zabel. So look out for that when you're looking at info for him. Because I had to do that. I came across that on my timeline, actually. And it confused me. I might slip up in this video. But, yeah, it happened by a beat writer or two. 76, looking for him. Right there he is. He's got some get up out of that stance. He moves well. He's got some size there. Right there he is, right at guard. He is an offensive lineman. That's why I didn't say guard or tackle. Tackle coming in, projected to move to the inside, but a guy that you can move all over the offense. His versatility is what a lot of people liked going into the draft season. Watch him move here. Let's see what we do here. Boom. Quick and in a hurry. Go back to his Senior Bowl clips. I might have to dig that up for you if you guys ask. If enough of you guys do. But he is a road grader. He is a guy that is a bully, that is very determined, that fights whistle to whistle what you want on the offensive line. This is an offensive lineman that's very stout, that showed up from an FCS program, NDSU, and really did well against that competition, put himself on the map. This is a guy you can move up and down the offensive line. You're probably going to keep him on the inside. That's what you're seeing right there. But you can move him everywhere. But he's a guy that's a workhorse. He's a workhorse. Now, a lot of people watch this channel for fantasy football. And if you're watching now and you're wondering what could be the intricacy for that, is knowing that this team is jacked at running back, adding a lineman. We're got some newness to the quarterback position. Let's just call it that. I don't want to say it's ambiguous. We know. But adding talent to the offensive line, a guy that's very versatile, a guy that you can move up and down the offensive line, is a great add. It's a great add for everybody in general. It's a great add for stability for the team. If they have to transition to a new quarterback in a few years, you're expecting him to be on this team forever. That's the type of player. That is what I said in my assessment. We were doing mock drafts, 7-round mock drafts, 3-round mock drafts, leading up to the draft almost every other day. And whenever it came time to pick him for a team, or when he went off a board during the simulator, the one thing I said, he may not have the upside some of the other offensive linemen, but he is one of those offensive linemen that you see being an all-pro, being part of the establishment of his team for a long time, decade-ish. You just have that feel for him because he's technically sound. You saw how he exceeded expectations at the Senior Bowl practices. You saw him maul there. He is a mauler. He's a finisher. That's what you see. Another tidbit that it's not even information. It's just something I want to throw out there. They were doing Starbucks orders for all the rookies. He ordered milk. And said, this is going to get me some protein or whatever. He ordered milk. Locked in. Look at the arms on him. Long arms. Watch him move. Remember, guard. Long arms, moves well. Seattle, you got a guy that's a workhorse. A lunch pail player. Not the sexiest player, but I appreciate him. I appreciate him. So if you're a Seattle fan watching this, I appreciate him. Look how quick he's going to get out of the stance. 77 is pretty quick. I appreciate him. He's a guy that's going to be a grinder. I can't wait to get him in camp. I can't wait to see what training camp looks like. So another thing, this is rookie minicamp. Rookie minicamp is like when you first get a job and you go through orientation, you're learning like the basics, then they let you out on the floor and you shadow somebody. That's pretty much rookie minicamp. That's pretty much what it is. You're learning the basics. You're learning who your coaches are. You're learning where to go in the facilities. They're going over the team rules, facility rules, maybe some HR stuff even. They're going over all that stuff. They're installing the basics. They're trying to get you ramped up, start minicamp OTAs, because that's another ramp up period as well for the veterans and all the practices there, and then getting you ready for training camp so you're good to go in training camp when the bullets are firing in practice, when we start touching each other for real. And then we get into preseason. Next thing we are knowing, we're in season. That's how that is. Really, this is their orientation process. But what we want to see is how these rookies move, how they look in their uniform, and what we remember out of these prospects during draft season from what we saw on tape throughout their collegiate careers. One thing you can say about this guy, determined monster, you can use all over the place, very dependable, a offensive lineman that I believe that you're going to have on your team for a long time. A cornerstone player. I think when you're looking at players at that part of the draft, if I remember right, 18 overall, I think you're looking at a player here that is probably one of the safest players in the draft. Probably one of the safest players. Now, you look at the draft and you're like, oh, this guy's a reach, this guy that. You look at that 2013 draft that's been floating around social media and everyone's like, oh, look at all those busts. The Cowboys drafted Travis Frederick in that draft late, and everybody called that a reach. Look at what he did in his career, and then look at the rest of the draft, and everybody's calling Bustville and everything else. I look at this as like another like Travis Frederick-esque kind of pick, where he's going to be a cornerstone of your offensive line for a long time. May not be the sexiest line. I don't know if there is a sexy line. Maybe that's just to me. But I believe you got yourself a big-time player here that you can move around the offensive line. Again, if you're here for a fantasy football angle, you got a road grader here up the gut. You got 2 good running backs, maybe 3 with what you drafted, and you also got some more on there. This team's jacked at running back, and they want to be jacked at running back. They want to run the football. They wanted a grader for that. You got that with Zabel. You got that. On top of that, how many fantasy football guys out there can talk offensive line? Not just through the draft, but at high school level. Think about it in those terms. I covered all the high school offensive linemen through the top 300 on 24/7 Sports. Going video after video after video when it was slow during draft season. To let you guys know like what these player pools are going to look like. Talent that's going to your favorite collegiate programs. The thing about this guy is tough. He's nasty. He's got the Farva mustache. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I want to hear about that. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on the way out. One thing for watching. Catch you on the next video.